episode. What is episode of this? I don't even know.
339.
Episode 339 of the Pour Horsemen. You have your boy LP. I'm going to skip our guest. This is a 2-time returning guest. You know, we usually don't allow people to return, but I got some stuff to talk about him in real time. I'm going to skip him first. We got DJ Silk. We also, and now he got more custom hats than I've ever seen. He got his name on the hat. Put the camera on Phil. Put the camera on Phil. He has tilt your head down.
Yeah, I'm straight from the fashion show, man. I came straight from the fashion show, man. It was a long night, man. But we here with Mr. Yamayashi.
Tomonoshi.
Sorry, he's from the South. He's from the South. He passed that ball so fast.
Yeah. And please put the camera on our brother, Mr. Tomonoshi.
Yes,
Marty B, please introduce yourself one more time to the audience, because right now people have told us that you love your wife so much, we needed to have you back on, that we clearly don't love our women like you do. So please, right to that camera.
It's almost impossible for me to talk about myself without talking about my wife.
That's fair.
Okay. Or my family. So I never had a conversation where I don't mention my wife in my conversation, because to know me, you need to know my wife and my family, because otherwise you can't really get an understanding of who I am, because they are a reflection of me. And I think when how you could tell what a man means to the family by how big they smile.
Man, you or the kids or the family,
the whole family. If you see a man with his wife and she's always like, He the problem. Yeah. But she's smiling, ready to engage, and she happy. That's a reflection of you. You know what I'm saying?
Are y'all queens smiling? Is your queen smiling?
Queen.
I don't know.
I have
queens. Baby, you smiling? She back there.
Oh,
she smiling? Somebody check in. She smiling?
Okay, we got a box today. Anytime that Silk brings anybody to the pod, we have to fight. So who am I fighting today after the pod? Because we got a box. That's how it works. You know what I'm saying? All right, but look,
Silk cursed us.
I want to get right into it.
I mean, those rhinestones. I mean, the hat is crazy, man.
You like it?
It's moissanite.
I mean, I couldn't really wear it though, because I don't really like. I'm a uniform guy.
Okay.
I don't really like I think my personality is so flamboyant and like gregarious that I don't really like to wear like a lot of clothes. I like to keep it simple so that.
No, look what you're wearing today. That's not simple.
This is simple.
It is not.
Man, I like Cowboys.
Okay.
Right? Because I think that Cowboys are the samurai of the West.
Banqueros.
Right? Yeah, so I grew up watching a lot of Butch and Sundance, The Posse. So I really like.
Posse is great.
Yeah, so I like Cowboys because they stood for something in integrity, and I also just I just like wearing this hat sometimes. My wife don't like it that much sometimes. She just says I look like a gunslinger.
I thought all the lights was about to cut out and we was going to hear a bell.
Like the
Undertaker was about to pop up through the floor.
He wasn't my favorite wrestler, though. Razor Ramon was.
Hey, the bad guy.
Razor was weak.
I like Razor Ramon.
I like Razor Ramon, bro. He was weak.
And DDP.
Diamond Dallas Page?
Yeah,
that was my guy.
He looked like Diamond Dallas Page.
Self high five.
Let's get into it.
So, all right, my bad.
Yesterday, I had the pleasure. Bone was with me too.
Okay.
All right. We went out to a field day that our brother was putting on.
Okay.
First off, incredible for the community.
Okay.
But what it let me know is I thought I was competitive. Like, really. And I've been around a lot of athletes. I don't know if I've ever been around someone as competitive as the brother to my left.
Okay.
There's a kickball game going on. All right. There's positions on the field. Somehow this brother ends up playing all the positions on one possession. Not only is he, so I don't know how he did it. I have no clue. He's catching the ball, running to the bases, and tagging people out all at the same time. Brother, why are you so competitive with the kids?
Well, I think it's important for kids to learn how to lose.
I agree.
I do agree with that.
I think that right now everybody makes kids feel like they're winners.
Yeah.
I think we can encourage them and coach them through these things, but losing builds character.
But you were doing it in an aggressive way. That's losing, and then there's losing with shame. Like, it was like what was going on with you, bro?
Hey, man, for me, I really like to, if I'm going to go out and play, I like to participate at the highest level. I don't really know how to be mediocre. Right? If you ask me to wash dishes, I'm going to bust some suds. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wash dishes. The reason I don't wash dishes is because I do such a good job, my back starts to hurt.
Why are we doing this again, bro?
He is Mr. Tominoshi, a.k.a. Super Negro.
Yeah, bro, what happened,
what is
bro?
it that
What
you
is
don't do?
Bro, I don't really, I just said I don't do dishes often.
Yeah.
Sometimes my wife don't let me wash the dishes.
Inspector Gadget.
And then let me tell you how he did me earlier, bro. Look, he saw our new setup. First, he complimented it. Then he said, but you
start with love.
That
Always start with love.
put the medicine in the candy. Look, then he was like, that table ain't right. I'm not done. Then he said, I got a table at the house, man, that might work. I inquire about the table. Bro was like, nah, nigga, you can't do what I'm doing. Like, why you do that? In front of our people.
What happens is sometimes, like, when people think of like furniture, right? You think of something that's being manufactured, right? There's a lot of ugly chairs in the world.
Facts.
There's a lot of ugly tables, right? What happens is there's not a lot of ugly trees. So how you get an ugly table or ugly chair is that you push a tree too far. Right? A man does push a tree so far. What I do is, with my materiality of my work, I collect trees after they've fallen around the city of Houston. So I go collect trees that have fallen after a storm. I'll take my chainsaw out. I cut the trees, and then I take the trees and I go through a process of which is considered to be rebirth through flame. So I carve.
Wait, you make tables that rose from the ashes like a phoenix?
He made
It's called Yakasugi.
Hey, Marty B is the greatest human being.
I'm not allowing that. No, I'm not allowing that.
I'm sold.
It's not that. It's just that, like, bro, like, I just feel like when we do something, there needs to be purpose and intention.
I respect that.
So, like, if I'm going to make a table, I want to find the best way that fits my way of life to make the table. And there's something really beautiful about, because a lot of times when we think about fire, right, we think about destruction.
Correct.
But fire is a form of rebirth, too. Like, what if hell was a place? He get mad because earlier I said,
I know, you already know.
Earlier I was talking to him. I said that Noah's was white because he got an ark, but Moses had to find a way to part the sea, so he was black. He had to go. They didn't give him a boat to get across the ocean.
Marty deep. Marty deep.
Don't agree with this.
But think about this. What if hell was a place where you don't know? You went down there to get purified by flame. Sometimes in nature we got to do a natural. Nature does a natural purification of itself through the flame.
Fact.
So think about, like, sometimes, like, say a canopy of trees with the acorns. What happens is the acorns can't open until the sun heats it to a certain temperature. Then the spores will come out so more trees can grow. So what you got to do is you got to burn it so that new life can be born again. What if hell was a place where you had to, now some of you niggas gonna be in hell a lot longer than others. I'm gonna have to dip a toe in that thing. I'm ready, God. You know what I'm saying? Like, beam me up, Jesus.
Beam me up, Jesus.
I've been down here too long. You know what happened?
Wow.
So I feel like that's the same thing with the tree. So the tree is like basically what they do. They go to the wastelands.
That's
At
fair.
one time, the trees were wood. Just sitting outside was the most coveted thing a man could find. Right? To build your home, to build your furniture. Every man was good with their hands. You had to be, right? Booker T. Washington writes about this. Y'all know I love my nigga Booker T. That's my nigga right there.
No, we didn't know that.
Oh,
Now.
man.
Like, what are you talking
Booker
about?
T. Washington was the first nigga I read about in the history of time that I saw myself in.
Did you see yourself in Booker T?
100%. Just like he built this nigga, his first generation free man in America. He has a university.
He does.
You do.
He was a consultant for several presidents at this time where he was more of a sociologist where he wrote about social economics and with the people and black people and white people and how that all worked. But I just thought he was a brilliant man in that time and what he was doing. Now I like some white people too. Like I thought the two dudes that built the airplane, they was good people. They got
The
good
Wright brothers.
Yeah, read about the Wright brothers now. They have a good book to read about them too. Just like I like men who had integrity and stood for something.
Yeah, First in Flight is the book you talk about.
Which is why I like.
Which is a great book.
Which is why I like Cowboys and why I like Samurais.
Let's get into the Cowboys.
Okay, so anyway, my bad. Not the Dallas Cowboys. I don't really fuck with them.
You do? What are you talking about? They paid your first salaries. I'm mad at you talking about the Cowboys, bro. I'm a Cowboys fan.
One time I quit. I said,
Cowboys?
Yeah, I said I ain't playing no more.
Yeah.
So I didn't show up to work. My agents calling me, hey man, everybody's looking for you. I was like, oh, I quit yesterday. I told them I wasn't coming in. They thought I was joking. So I quit. So Jerry Jones calls me And he's like, hey, Martellus, could you come by my house?
That sounds just like Jerry Jones.
I don't know, Jerry. I don't know if I want to come by your house. So anyway, he called me again. He was like, just come by. So I go by Jerry Jones' house. The driveway is marble, which
it is marble.
Hey, this is like, I was like, dang, this is money right here.
It is marble driveway.
So Jerry Jones was one of the first people I met that was like a real art collector. If you went to the new stadium, it was art all over the stadium. Nobody else was doing this at that time. But Jerry and his daughter, I can't really think of her name off the top, but she was in charge of getting all the art. And there was a dude named Trenton Doe Hancock, who also from Oklahoma, brilliant artist.
Yep.
He lives in Houston now. I think he's from Oklahoma.
He is from Oklahoma.
Yeah, but he lives in Houston now. Brilliant artist, right? And so that was the first time I saw his work was in the stadium, right? So anyway, I go by Jerry Jones' house, and the first time I get there, he had this old lady come out, and she bringing tea. This was before Get Out. I didn't know what she was doing.
We got a brother back here right now that drink a lot of tea.
Oh, the
London brother.
Yeah, I don't know where y'all found him at.
He found us.
Oh, yeah.
And we support him.
Yeah, say the Pour Horsemen is a worldwide global brand.
We are. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, back to your story. Break it out.
I walk in, Jerry's like, you want some tea? At this time, I'm like 23. I don't drink tea. I'm still in the Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? My palate grew as I got older. But then I was like, nah, Jerry, a fresh glass of lemonade, but it has to be hand squeezed. Don't forget, you got money. I don't want no simply. I want to see somebody squeeze those lemons in front of me.
Matter of fact, go
Don't support this.
I'll be back.
The other thing, so Jerry had all this art in his house, but then the other thing that really I was flabbergasted, I found out that he owned half of the Texas A&M Commerce Library. Him and Boone Pickens.
Yep, T-Boone.
Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State. So Jerry has all these books in
and
here.
Bob Funk, Express Personnel.
So as soon as I get in, I was like, man, owning books is the actual real wealth.
Time out.
What's
You niggas is encyclopedias.
What you mean?
You know a lot of shit, but he's backing that shit up. Yep.
and adding to it?
And adding to it, he know more shit. Go, keep going. I'm learning from you niggas.
But that's why I like him.
Yeah, no, I know. I see why y'all on the. Y'all got synergy.
We dress different.
Yeah.
Bro, he dressed like a Van Carroll. So I don't know. He dressed like we about to do a face-off, and I need to walk 6 steps for bro and turn around.
Some tumbleweed.
Yeah, first, why are you dressed like that for real? Let's get into it. Where did this outfit come from?
So I made this. I
knew he was gonna do
it.
He's
a craftsman.
You sold it yourself?
I got a guy.
We're going to talk about the rodeo next. So I want to know why you wore your 6-shooter costume today.
What happened? Costume. When I woke up this morning, I went down, I did Kung Fu. So
Wait, what?
You do Kung Fu in the morning?
100%.
This nigga Bruce Lee too?
Bruce Leroy.
Bruce Leroy.
So I was a Ninja Turtle fan growing up.
Me too. Hold on. This is the most anchoring question ever.
Okay.
I'm going to go around the room.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought up. Wait.
Go to me last.
Okay.
All right.
Who's the best Ninja Turtle? This matters.
Best Ninja Turtle? I don't know.
Who the one you got to hold down the most? There's only one answer to
Michelangelo.
I'm going Raphael.
Donatello. Easy.
Okay, so just tell y'all what happened to me. So my brother's name is Michael.
Okay.
So he was Michelangelo.
Okay.
I have another brother named Rashad.
Yes.
So he was Raphael.
Right.
Okay. And I got another brother named Dante. So he's Donatello.
Okay.
So I'm Leonardo by default.
Yeah.
So I like Leonardo, but I also use a sword.
Okay, that's fair.
So I like Leonardo. He's my favorite, but I didn't have a choice in my choice.
Donatello's by far the coldest because he got
I
distance.
agree. The staff.
Yeah.
You got distance,
And
bro.
he's really smart.
The size with
Yes.
Raphael, loser.
Hey,
I like bro with the nunchucks too, bro. He was cold, bro.
So I used nunchucks for a little bit.
Come on, bro.
All right, bro. Rodeo.
Come on, bro.
I was about to tell you, bro,
Come on, bro.
nunchucks.
Christ,
Come on,
man.
bro.
So I was watching Bruce Lee.
Okay.
No.
So I got into Kung Fu because I like martial arts movies. So I watch a movie, then I go downstairs and I practice it, and I send my wife videos of me doing Kung Fu.
Who trained you?
TV. I'm really good at mimicry. Biomimicry is in nature too. Where
Phil, what does biomimicry mean?
Folks lost me 1 minute into the show. I'm just tagging along for the ride. I'm over here looking up shit. That's what I'm doing.
So you ever watch film? Like you can watch a film and see somebody's crossover.
Yeah.
And then you can go out and mimic it.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
mimicry.
Okay. Gotcha.
Right? So we do it all the time by watching film, and then we have enough body intelligence to really understand where the position of our body needs to be to get this move down when we practice it.
Word.
Same thing with Kung Fu, right? Like I could look at somebody kick and be like, oh, his hip is up, my hip not E, then I learn
No,
through those
that's
moves.
not a normal skill set, though.
Yeah,
That's
nah,
not.
With professional athletes, it has to be
It
a skill
doesn't
set.
matter. Like, no, Kung Fu is not professional athlete. That's not the same.
Why not?
It's not. Kung Fu is a discipline. Athletics is athletics.
That's true. That's true.
So those are two different things.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into the rodeo.
Okay, my bad.
I'm gonna go to you because you dress like you're ready for a standoff.
Okay.
So I want to make sure that we leave safe because what you wore.
Okay.
Are you a fan of the Houston rodeo? What are your thoughts of the rodeo?
I don't participate in the rodeo. I have no relationship with the rodeo.
But you dressed like you participate in the rodeo right now.
I don't think that this is rodeo attire. Like I got the Doc Martens.
This is a coincidence.
Yeah, this is just a coincidence. I didn't even think about the rodeo at all. So this was just, I saw my hat and I really, you know how it is, Phil. Sometimes it's like, what can I wear with the hat? Right? You know what I'm saying? So it was just a hat thing. It was like, I haven't worn it in a while, and I was just like, oh, I would want to watch it. And I was thinking about watching. I was watching the Harder They Fall.
That's
I like that.
I love that. I like that movie. Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Now,
Regina King, right?
Yeah,
that's a great movie.
So Jonathan Majors to me should have been like the next Denzel Washington as far as acting
He
goes.
shoved that white woman in the car.
I mean,
He shoved that white, and he tried to run away from that white woman too. That's what hurt
she
me,
chased
man.
him.
She chased him,
And that's why I agree
he ran a 4.40.
That's why I agree with Dr.
And his
Umar.
career
Man.
is
Yeah,
over.
white
Basically,
queens
it's
never,
over.
Come on.
black queens forever.
Forever.
Is his career over?
They gonna hold you down.
He got a Tubi movie coming out.
bouncing back.
He got a Tubi movie coming out.
The bodybuilding movie gonna get him right.
The bodybuilding movie
gonna get him right.
Bro, I don't know. I watched Creed 3. Is that what the one he was in with Nah, I'm not hating, but it just felt like it was two different acting levels in that movie.
Completely agree.
Oh,
yeah.
Jonathan Majors is even in the Ant-Man movie, it felt like it was his movie.
Circles.
Well, it was supposed to be his movie. He was supposed to have 3 others.
But I'm just talking about the acting level.
I agree.
The level of
completely
acting,
agree.
bro.
He's
He's
amazing.
tough.
Yeah.
He's super tough.
Jonathan Majors is
No lie.
tough.
Yeah, I'm mad he got Megan
I don't
good
like.
too.
I mean, the way he dresses.
Did you watch Lovecraft Country?
I watched a little bit of it, but it was too little sci-fi for
That's
me.
your jam. What you talking about? Hold on.
That's
Stop.
what made it so great for me.
Wait, how are you not liking Lovecraft? That's your thing.
I would think
How's
that
that my
would be
thing?
right
That
in
should
your
be
alley.
you. You like to do that. What are you
I
talking
mean, I
about?
thought the acting and stuff was good for the movie, but for me, like, I don't like when things get too fantastical in the aspect of
fair.
that.
Okay, fair.
Now, where I enjoyed it was the first time I had ever seen sci-fi based around that time period and like
And black people.
with black people.
You need to read Octavia Butler.
Yeah.
You need to dive into Octavia Butler. She's one of the most brilliant black sci-fi writers.
She does a lot of black futuristic.
Yeah, and a lot of it is coming into play right now. So Octavia Butler is somebody that, if you like that, you should read her work.
Matter of fact, I'll bring you a book.
Got you. Word.
Okay, last time I heard, I used to try to bring niggas books in the NFL, and they used to look at me like it was the most craziest gift you could possibly give a nigga.
Nah, I'll gift a book.
Well, because you'll have a conversation with somebody, they'll be like, oh, you know what? I got a perfect book for you. I took all my books back at the end of every year because they were never cracked open. But then I realized that a lot of my teammates couldn't read.
Rodeo. Rodeo.
But it's fair because like only 14% of black boys are up to grading reading level by the 4th grade.
That's true.
That's fair.
So illiterate kids grow up to be illiterate adults who also become parents of more illiterate kids.
But they can read a playbook.
If they could read a playbook so damn well.
They can, like for real. Like
Yeah.
some of the smartest people on the field aren't the smartest off the field. That's all I'll say.
R. Kelly can't read, right?
R. Kelly cannot read.
Hey, but he can read music, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
He's also a rapist.
He is.
Rodeo.
Rodeo, yeehaw! I had the pleasure.
See, that's what happens when you can't. That's what happens when you can't read.
Now listen. We have a brother in. We have a,
read the law.
we have stop. We have a brother in here right now that I got beef with.
Okay.
All right. So we had a little suite set up at the rodeo.
Okay.
He's sending videos of him and Zero turning up before the rodeo.
True.
I'm like, yo, we about to have a epic night.
Yeah.
All right. concert getting ready to start. He not here yet. He got me his partner, his white partner, which is called Corey. Put the camera on me real quick. Corey, you one of the coldest white boys I've ever met in my life, bro. Like I would run a fade with you and at the same time fight other people at the same time with you because you cold. Like that's how cool he was. But at the same time, this man who invited me is not there.
Okay.
All right. So I work the room. Y'all know me.
Yep.
I'll go talk to everybody.
For sure.
You know, I'm talking to everybody. I'm going into other suites. I'm getting drinks. I'm having a good time. Waiting on this brother. Didn't hear nothing from him till 3 a.m. the next day.
Oh shit.
Nothing.
He was really on CPT.
Radio he didn't show up.
Wait.
Oh damn.
Didn't show up. So people was like, man, do you know where he at? I said, bro, we tried to call him twice on FaceTime. I know you got those calls from Corey that you didn't answer. We tried to call him 2 times on FaceTime.
Okay.
No answer. I was like, man, well, let me try Instagram. I'm blocked all of a sudden. Like I can't even get no message to him on Instagram.
Damn.
So I was like, what is bro on right now?
Yeah.
All right. Concert is ending. Still no him.
Oh, this is like 11 o'clock.
Bro, concert is ending.
This the Bun B shit.
Bun B shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bun B, cool concert.
Yeah.
But a lot of Atlanta was in the building. We had a lot of T.I., a lot of Ludacris.
Yeah.
You know, not a lot of Houston. Don Toliver was probably the most like Houston, and Jack Freeman. Shout out to Jack Freeman.
Oh, he
You know what I'm saying? He in the back with a smock on. Like he got a full fit. I got to talk to you about your fit too, Jack. We'll have that conversation.
Yo.
But here in a little bit, we're going to let Billy come on. Not right now, but he's going to tell the story of what happened because I don't know what happened. All I saw was a picture of a car with the back window broken out and a claim that him and Zero got robbed. So we going to have that conversation in real time.
Cliffhanger,
but we going to have that. But did y'all end up watching any of the rodeo, any of the concert, any of that?
I saw everyone's reaction to the card.
Yeah, the card wasn't the best.
It was I don't say it wasn't the best. I think he went in a direction this year to where it's kind of like, I know I got kids here. I know I got older people here. I know I got the younger people here. I know I got, the millennials here. I need something for everybody. And I think it ended up working out well. I think everybody panicked when they saw Yolanda Adams on the card.
She just did a tribute, though. And she just did a tribute.
And there you go. Like,
so
we're all complaining about something. We don't know what's about to happen. Y'all jackasses went out there and bought tickets before you even knew who was on the stage anyway.
Yeah, for real.
That's stupid.
And them tickets were not cheap.
Yeah, because half of y'all thought Beyonce was going to be there, and psych your mind, nobody's there but Yolanda Adams and some other niggas. But I think it turned out well. I've seen people, I haven't seen anybody like kill it.
Yeah.
So my thing, sorry, I don't know anything about what y'all are talking about. So the Bun B had a performance.
So the last
3
years, Bun B has been the curator of Black Heritage Night, the concert series, right?
Cool. All right.
So the first year, was it Bun B
like
and
the
Friends?
Houston people, yeah.
It was all Houston
and then
people.
it was Drake.
Yeah.
Then it was Drake.
The next year, it was Bun B and Friends, and then Drake popped out and did what he did. And then this year, it was like Bun B's birthday. So it was like people that, it almost is like people that he enjoys.
Yeah.
It's like people that he enjoys.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying?
So
but what I did enjoy was DJing after.
Oh, bro, we're going to talk about that. But before we get there, so my question to y'all then, since even if you didn't tap into the concert, if you had a tribute concert for yourself, your birthday,
wow,
who would be the perform? We know you're going to say Jay-Z, so I'm going to come to you last.
Okay,
who would be the performers for your concert?
How many do we get?
You get 3.
Oh,
Who would be your 3 performers for your concert if you had a tribute night?
Is it dead or alive?
Dead or alive.
All right.
Dead or alive.
I like
Who you got? Do you got Silk you first?
I'm going La Russell as my opener.
La Russell.
That's
Okay,
I fuck
new
with
school.
La Russell hard.
Okay.
I'm going Nipsey after that.
Oh man, that's energy right there, man.
And then,
But you're not from the West Coast.
But I grew up on West Coast music. My first albums were NWA.
Gotcha.
And I'm probably like 5.
So La Russell,
La Russell,
Nipsey.
Nip, and then I'm going Jay-Z. I gotta have Ho.
All right, what you got?
I got Anita Baker, number 1.
Oh, yeah, you got a good time.
Okay, let's go a
Anita,
different
man.
direction.
I love Anita Baker. So I go Anita Baker. I'll go Jodeci. and then I'll go a hip hop act. I'll go Travis Scott. I like
you
his
in
energy.
for a wild ride at this nigga's concert.
I like Travis Scott. I like Travis Scott energy.
You in for a wild ride.
I had a white boy call me a nigga at a Travis Scott, and I almost choked, bro. Yeah.
All right, what you got, Marty? Who you got?
So John Williams.
Okay.
From
that's deep.
The composer.
He doing orchestras.
Yeah.
I like the orchestra.
You saw
That's a beautiful
He
thing.
doing orchestras.
I knew that one actually.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
I'm over here lost still. I knew that. I would like to have movies playing while the orchestra is playing.
That's a beautiful thing.
So I think John Williams, Danny Elfman.
I don't know who that is.
So Danny Elfman does all Tim Burton's films.
Okay.
He was in a
Okay.
group called I'll Go Bongo or whatever.
Why do you know that?
Tim Burton. Hold on.
Like where do you know that from?
So Tim Burton is
He's an animator.
No, we know Tim Burton, but why do you know that specific artist?
Well, he's an animator.
Danny Elfman?
Yeah, like where?
So I just feel like for me, like when I started making movies, I felt like you had to have this sound that as soon as your movie started playing, people knew it was your movie.
Fair.
So I started studying Tim Burton because he was just a very individual type of filmmaker, and then the music would come from that, and then Erykah Badu.
Oh, that's dope. She live.
With the orchestra, but I want the orchestra
She's
to
good.
play.
She's good.
Nah, that's a fire idea.
Yeah,
That's fire idea.
Like so,
She's
John
tough.
Williams
That's fire.
composing for Erykah Badu.
Nah, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine. We'll give you that. We'll give you that.
Erykah Badu.
That'd be crazy, right?
I didn't even want to give you any credit, but that's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. I didn't want to give you any credit.
That's a sophisticated
That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's
birthday.
actually pretty good.
That's good. That's good.
This is
I'm going Isley Brothers.
okay. That's good.
Probably Gap Band.
Oh wow,
it's a
amazing.
party.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I'm gonna bring you down. I'm going Mary J. Blige.
It's
Man,
a party.
Because I want to
That's a
cry at the end.
vibe.
I don't cry ever.
I believe you though because I've seen you pre-pod.
And what I'm
sit
listening
in
to?
a dark room.
Listen to
with
Bobby
R&B
Womack.
playing.
Nah,
Bobby
that's
Womack,
a beautiful thing.
Otis
Yeah.
Redding.
That's what I do, bro.
Those are all good lists right there.
That's what I do.
Nah,
Yeah,
that's
so we
a
got some
beautiful
good
thing.
lists here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the orchestra because I feel like I feel like it's a very sexy
It is.
thing. Like
What's
you
your
could-
fit gonna be?
like,
What's your
I
fit gonna
just
be?
like-
What's
I
your
might
live
wear what I have
instrumentation?
on.
No,
Shit.
bullshit.
I mean, you
That
can get
whole
away with it
versatile.
that
I like-
night.
Yeah, I can wear
Yeah,
this
nah,
anywhere.
yeah, you can.
And you know
Cannot.
what?
No, you cannot.
I don't wear things I can't do kung fu in.
You can do kung fu in this.
Hell yeah.
No.
You are
This episode is brought to you by Bank on Brian. Not only is he our guy, but he will help you out. Any personal injury on the job, off the job, he'll be able to assist you. Get at our boy at Bank on Brian immediately. So, fellas, big news this week in the sports world, right? We seen a video of LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith having an exchange of words during the game, though. This wasn't after the game. This is before the fourth quarter.
This is a third quarter timeout.
Yeah, it's a timeout, and LeBron seen him, and he had something to get off his chest. Now, before we get into that, Stephen A. Smith just signed one of the most lucrative contracts for a sports media personality, 5 years, $100 million. Let me ask you fellas this. Is he worth that?
Yes.
Yeah. I believe so,
That's
too.
the quick answer.
I
Yes.
believe so, too. I've seen bro work from sun up to sundown. He's on ESPN all night.
And that's the thing, not to cut you off. That's the thing about that contract. You see 5 years, $100 million.
Yeah.
The amount of hours that he logs in a year is insane. From flights to phone calls to being on television to having his own podcast. Like they work for that money.
Yeah, no.
It's not a situation of, not to take anything away from, professional athletes, but the season ends at some point. You know what I'm saying?
They get a break.
Practice is only 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
You're last in it. Let me go. Then I
just don't think what the
I
niggas
know,
are saying
let me
right
go.
there.
Let me go.
But what I mean is
It's consistent.
it's consistent.
Yeah.
It's consistent.
Day in, day out.
And
I'm all for my philosophy in life in general is get what you're able to negotiate.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So if he was able to get 20 M's out of them a year, then congrats, brother. You got 20 M's a year. Even if you're not worth it, you got 20 M's a year.
You did it.
There are several people walking around right now who are doing a job that they're probably not qualified for that are making the money.
Yeah.
So I'm all for, especially a black man,
Yep, for sure.
I'm going to support that. Now, brother.
I mean, you can say what you want to say when you go as a black man, but this is a black man who spends a lot of his time tearing down other black men.
That is correct.
That's true.
I'll give you that.
My issue with this, with a lot of people now, like, and I'm not a nigga. I don't think the last thing I think men should do is sit around and gossip about other things besides they're just themselves. Like we talk, you hear me, I talk about myself a lot. I don't like to talk about other people at all. Like this is not something I usually would even talk about.
Right.
Gotcha.
But since y'all niggas got me cornered,
You're on
there,
a podcast.
we got you.
You're on a
Podcast,
podcast. Yes.
But I would say this. I think that what happens is there's in media. What's happening is there's this transition where if you're talking every single day, then it gets beyond what you were getting paid to talk about.
Okay.
Right? You start talking about people as the human beings that they are, the people that they are, when really what you should be talking about is what's happening on the court.
That's it.
Once you start bringing me in as a man, you don't know me as a man.
Right.
So don't speak on me as a man.
There you go.
Because if you speak on me, you talk about I had a bad game, I missed a shot, fair game. That's public. I saw it. We all saw it. Say what you want to say. But once you start to question my integrity as a man and as a human, and you attack my humanity, then we have issues.
Yep.
So I don't like that. So I think, for me, what I saw, I don't know the whole story. I saw a couple clips or whatever. I don't watch sports, right? That's just not something I'm into, whatever. But like what I saw, for me, you attack me in public, but then you go in public and you get passive aggressive the next time you're on the screen.
Right.
He should have called me. He has my number.
Yeah.
He has my number.
Wow.
Bitch, I saw you.
Yep. Exactly.
On site.
Talk about it, bro.
So,
It's on
and
site.
so it comes this thing. I hate this thing. What happens when people who are passive aggressive on TV, they say all this shit, and then when they meet you in person, they have an issue because now you are in their face, and they're not used to having strong black men in their face standing up to them one-on-one.
It's my job. It's my job. Fuck all that, folks. Let me tell you something. Marty got me riled up. I'm about to take my beanie off. Hold on. Now, bro, I really have a problem with Stephen A. I'm for real. I'm gonna give you that. I know what you're looking for.
Got you.
So the clip that I believe ruffled LeBron's feathers was when he was talking about him as a father.
I agree.
That's the clip. He said
Okay, I
that
haven't seen that clip.
you're not being a good father basically because you have your son in this position. It was when he was getting cooked by Tyrese Maxey.
I remember that.
Bro,
yes.
listen to me, bro. He's being an excellent father, actually. Motherfucker, if I work, I know people that work at in Detroit. What's the
General Motors.
General Motors, right?
Shout out to my mama
Okay, she worked there.
for her whole life.
If a motherfucker got a high-ranking position all his life at General Motors, black guy, black band, whatever the case may be, you think he's not gonna get his son a position now? If that's what he's, Dad, I wanna.
Yeah.
If you ask your son right now what you want to do, son, and you're able to provide that dream for him, are you not gonna do that as a dad? Man, if you think LeBron ain't tell Bronny and prepare him for all what's going on, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, he
like, don't
definitely did.
attack me as a father. I think LeBron has been getting tore down for years by many people. We know that. He's never approached nobody. I never heard of him approaching nobody.
I've never seen that happen.
No.
He had
I've
to
never
be
seen
mad
that.
as a father.
Yeah.
That's why Stephen A. said that. That wasn't a basketball player approaching me.
That was a dad. Yeah.
My nigga, you can't go around just and see when you talk as much, just like Marcella said, when you talk that much, sometimes you get a little loose. He think he got all the freedom and I can say whatever. When LeBron was in front of him, he looked shook.
He ain't say nothing.
He ain't say he couldn't. Then he want to get on the next day and he could have called me like he said. Nah, motherfucker, you on TV blasting me.
That goes to an issue that's going on in the media, period, is we're covering the wrong shit. Why are we talking about Bronny James, who is a G League player?
56 pick.
56 pick. The only reason they even showed the second round of the draft is because LeBron's son was probably going to get drafted. They milked that for all you could. But you have two teams who are number one in both conferences, lost 10 games, and we don't talk about them at all.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about Cleveland. I haven't heard too much about OKC, but we talking about Bronny James all the time. For what?
Yeah,
He the 56 pick.
I think this. I think niggas got diarrhea at the mouth.
Fair.
Right. I think that also what people forget is all through media, comments, all these things, people are forgetting that what they say matters.
That's real.
They could say it today and it washes away like, oh, that was yesterday because they talk again tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, I remember what you said.
Yeah.
I actually had to run up on Stephen A. Smith in New Orleans one time because he was talking about me and the situation I had in Chicago. But I run up on all media. People know there was a dude named Brad Briggs in Chicago that was covering me, saying all this bullshit. So I started writing articles about him.
What? You write counter articles?
100%. I'm a better writer than you.
Where are you publishing those, though?
Twitter. Same place he's publishing. Same place he's publishing. Same place he's publishing his article. This was a man who was 700 pounds. Probably didn't see his dick in weeks because of his stomach. I'm just telling you what happened to me.
Nah, talk about
and he's going to go out there and talking about Martellus Bennett is out of shape. Nigga, you out of shape. You probably running out of breath as you typing. Your fingers fat. So for me, it's like, bro, don't attack. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you want to, and then don't talk about, oh, you don't work out or he not going to the gym or whatever. You don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Right? You have no idea. Just because I'm not a guy who wants to post my footwork on TV and make you think I'm working out. Nah, I travel. I work out in Japan.
Yeah.
I work out in Hawaii. I'm out there I'm having a good time. Who cares? I show up. I'm in shape. I had 7% body fat that year. Pro Bowl year. They was really trying to get mad at the coaches too. It'd be the coaches' fault too, because my thing with coaches and a lot of these teams, this have nothing even to do with art and media, is they'll try to paint you as an idiot.
Yeah, that's
so. I don't have a good relationship with media, right? I've never really thought about media in that way. My thing with media was to use it in a way to project what I had going on and tell my story. Because if you allow someone else to tell your story, it would not be the story that it wouldn't be a true story.
So how did you counter the narrative then? What would you, other than writing your own essays on Twitter?
I went to the Pro Bowl.
Okay, so you showed it on the field.
Talk about it,
Do
bro.
both.
You showed it on the field. Okay.
Yeah, so I went to the Pro Bowl.
You say you went to the Pro Bowl.
So then, and then, well, also what happened with a lot of people in media too is that they don't investigate, right? Like, people take the first seed they have, and it just could be a kernel of truth, and then they try to make a story out of it.
And that's where media shifted, because when I was growing up, it felt like it was the one who was right, the one who was correct. Whoever was given the correct information was the winner. And now it's whoever gets it out first. Whether
100%.
Whether it's correct, a half truth, a little truth, no truth at all, as long as I report it first, I'm ahead of everybody.
I agree. I think that, like, for me, like, I'm a research guy, right? If you read anything I write, is rooted in research. You know, there's always going to be opinion, right?
Always.
That's all that's on TV now is opinion.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right? My opinion on this, my opinion on this, my opinion. But these niggas are not the truth. Stephen A. is not the truth. His opinion is not the truth.
Facts.
Nor are these niggas' opinions about anybody the truth.
Yeah.
Right? What they trying to do is get more views, more clicks, more people to watch them. And they feel like who talks louder on TV and who screams the most is the one that's going to get noticed the fastest. So I'm going to say these things. So they all are clickbaiting. And it's a part of the company too. ESPN needs to be held accountable for the foolishness they put out.
That's real.
Right?
That's real.
Fox needs to be handled. They need to be handled. They need to be held accountable for the shit that they put out. Niggas who are talking on TV need to be held accountable for the shit they come out of their mouth. And when you're not held accountable, the person that you talk about, they show up and hold you accountable.
Now let me ask you. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What would y'all do in that situation? That's what I want to know. Go ahead. Since you was already.
So your kid. So let's explain. Okay. So your kid has been in the media. Yeah. They talking about. He is a pro.
He is a pro. Facts.
So to me, he's open.
He's
definitely for criticism.
Yeah, for sure.
But when you start talking about his father in a way that he's being a bad father, maybe that changes. How would you handle that situation in real time is what you ask.
Yes.
Okay. What you think, Silk?
In real time, like, me personally, I'm not a confrontational person. So it ain't got nothing to do with being soft. It's just in that moment, I'm not worried about Stephen A. Smith.
That's right.
Like, we got the Knicks in front of us. So I see you over there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have a conversation with you. It'll be after the game.
But
it's not gonna be in front of the cameras. It's not.
Let's say one of your twins.
But listen.
But you've been a pro.
Yes, I understand. But how genuine is it when you go do it in front of everybody and you know the cameras are there?
Jump off. Yeah, it can't jump off.
You know it's not gonna go anywhere. That's fake. It ain't soft. It's just. That shit is a little fake to me.
What?
You running up on Stephen A. Smith during a timeout, and you know every camera is already on you. So this is gonna go viral. This is gonna be a big thing. I'm gonna look like Big Bad Dad who came to my son's rescue. How genuine is it?
Sometimes
I'm gonna catch you after the game where if something needs to happen, it can happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
It can't shit.
Well, sometimes you got to make a public statement as a father.
I get it, but. I don't think that is the way that you handle that. You handle that behind closed doors to where if he do say something wrong, I can get at you right here. It ain't a million cameras around.
What you think, Marty?
There's a nigga right now having breakfast with his wife in Lithuania, and she got shit right there. And my handprint is on his face.
What? Wait.
I'm just letting you know.
What?
But you can't do that in the third quarter during a timeout.
I don't give a damn. And when I see you, if I got.
Yeah.
Nigga, timeout, that's exactly what a timeout is for, to slap a nigga. Now, nigga, I can't do it during the free throw, but timeout, I can slap you and get back to the game. Now, I don't know LeBron's intentions, but my intentions is I'm one of the few people, if I say I'm going to slap you, then 9 times out of 10, I'm going to slap you.
And I
don't give a damn if you the coach. I don't give a damn if you my quarterback. If you do some shit to me that I don't like and I feel like it's a slappable offense.
Why are you trying to slap people?
Because... I believe that
slapping is good.
But this is I done choked teammates. I done slapped teammates. I done had my quarrels with people in public.
Maybe LeBron was on that same type of time. I'm not taking anything away from him, but for me personally, I want to see you when it's just us. I want to see your real energy. I don't want to see you cower because you know the cameras are watching.
I guess that might be your first time seeing the real LeBron.
That's what I'm
maybe
about to say. Yeah. And what if Stephen A. looked back at him?
Maybe so, because I've always seen this clean-cut LeBron. So
maybe he ain't clean-cut.
Maybe he's not. I don't know him as a person.
So my thing is,
you asked me,
he not clean-cut?
But you asked me,
LeBron is from the ghetto, bro. He's from the hood, bro.
But you asked me what I would do.
Nah, but I think it's different when you're the number one player your entire life.
Yes.
Right? You don't like. He probably never really been in a fight. You don't fight the number one player in school.
Oh, I would. No, absolutely.
I mean, it depends on how he has friends. I don't have friends. You know why I don't have friends? Because I'll slap a nigga.
Yeah, nah, facts.
Why are you want to slap people?
Slapping is a good thing, though.
No, it's not.
No, it get niggas right, though.
Bro, why would you slap someone?
Slapping is a good thing,
I'm going to tell you, bro. So
first off, why are you getting into your...
Because I'm about to tell y'all. I'm about to tell you a story. I'm going to tell you a story, right? So... I'm playing for the Chicago Bears, right? We losing. They still losing.
Let him finish. Yeah. Let him finish.
Let me cook.
Go ahead.
All right, so we have a coach, Mark Trestman.
Yes.
Right? Not qualified to lead men. Good coach. Yeah. Good offensive strategy, those things, but not qualified yet to lead men. Which is a whole different thing.
It is.
Right? You know, if you understand what I'm saying, right?
We do.
Right? So good, not taking away from the X's and O's, the drawing, all these things or whatever, but qualifications to lead men is different. Yeah. Especially when men come from different places of the world and have different attitudes. Bill Belichick was qualified to lead men. Yes. He did a good job. He treated everybody the same. I love his leadership. He's my favorite coach because he don't care if you was the janitor or the star quarterback. Good guy to lead men into war. You want to go play for him in that reason. Now, I'm sure he did. You know, you don't want to agree with him. He ain't have no slappable offenses with me, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Slappable offenses.
I like that.
You slapping Bill Belichick.
Let him finish.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, Bill didn't do anything to me to make me feel that way, but it's a possibility.
Yeah. Who did you slap?
All right, so...
You ain't gonna tell it.
I'm telling you the story. So I'm coming out the Pro Bowl year. You know, I'm trying to get paid.
Yeah. You was going crazy too. I ain't gonna lie.
Facts.
You was. I ain't gonna lie.
90 catches. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you
I'm the best. I was the best tight end in Bears history.
Nah, you was going crazy.
They got me up out of there though because Chicago Bears is not a place for real niggas to play.
Okay. We'll give you that.
Right? The leadership, the organization, they don't like black men who are black men. You know what I'm saying? They have a problem with that.
Tommy may say different though.
They look. Tommy played the game.
Well, we need to get Tommy on.
Okay.
I can get Tommy on the pod.
I like Tommy.
we can get
I
Tommy
wasn't there
on the
with
pod.
Tommy.
You wasn't.
I wasn't there with Tommy.
You was not. You was there after. Yeah, that's true.
Tommy.
My bad. So I would say Tommy would maybe agree, but say different though, because Tommy, I was around when he was there. So
okay, yeah.
Okay,
so,
go ahead.
But also I think a problem that people have with me is like my integrity. Like I was doing stuff on the south side of Chicago, and the team asked me like, "Hey, why are you over there? You know it's dangerous." Like, nigga, well, I'm going to be over here in the suburbs. I don't see myself on none of these streets. I see myself in the south side of Chicago. Of course I'm in the south side of Chicago. When I was in the Cowboys, I was in Duncanville. I was in Oak Cliff. I was there. Like, I got the key to the city of Dallas.
He did.
I go where my people are.
Yeah.
Right? I'm comfortable over there. You know where I'm not comfortable at? The suburbs. Mm-hmm. But I ain't gonna lie, when you get to the suburbs, you stop drinking Sprite and you start drinking ginger ale.
That's a fact.
Tell us about who you slapped. Tell us now.
So we get to the team. Right, I'm up for a new contract. I'm in. They bring this guy in who has 6 sacks, Lamar Houston.
Okay.
Right, so Lamar Houston, I ain't like Lamar Houston. Mm-hmm. One, he got paid, and I just didn't think he was that good. Mm-hmm. And he paid him. So my whole job that whole summer was to make the person they paid money look bad. Mm-hmm. Every time we went against each other, I'm destroying him. Just any type of thing he do, and I used to practice with the offensive linemen. Mm-hmm. So I used to do a lot of offensive lineman shit to defensive ends that they didn't have to see in the trenches what the guards would do.
That's pretty smart, bro.
That's
so
hard,
like
bro.
For real.
So when they was in the 6 techniques or the 7, 8 tight, I would use these little hip tosses that the guards would use. I learned a lot of moves from the guards. So he's upset. OTAs. So when defensive linemen get upset, what do? Bull rush.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so he bull rushed me. So I tell Coach Treshman, I say, Tresh, they bull rush you. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Oh, you can handle it. The guys are working hard."
That's not supposed to happen in OTAs for everybody that knows.
Yeah.
This is not.
We ain't got pads on.
That's not the environment because you don't have pads.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, "Okay, coach." So I go out there. Okay, I deal with it. Pop, pop, pop. You know, kung fu shit. Mm-hmm. Get the hands off me. Nigga, that's what it is, nigga.
Yeah.
I know.
My daddy beat up Chuck Norris, too. I'll let him tell you that story,
First off, his dad just told me he gave someone 30 at the funding.
What?
Yeah, like last week. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, my dad beat up Chuck Norris. You know, my daddy used to be the bodyguard for the Admiral in the Navy. So I was born on the Navy base, you know what I'm saying? And...
these are the most incredible niggas, bro.
I said it earlier. I said it 3 minutes into
the slap.
Okay, so this is not a slap, this is a choke. Okay. So I go in. So after this practice, the day 3, you know, Monday, Tuesday, I'm like, damn, coach, you not go. I'm looking at film, my neck going back, and at this time, I had just had a kid. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about y'all, but when you first have your kid, there's an extra animal that comes out in you.
That's real,
right?
That's
you don't take shit the same way that you used to take shit. You feel more protective of your wife, and I think you know when your wife gives birth to you. I know this is something that's random, but when your wife gives birth to your child. Mm-hmm. Right, there's a whole new level of love that you experience, right? Because it's like she brought a piece of you into this world. Yeah. Only she could do that. Only she could bring a mini you into this world. Yeah. That's a beautiful experience,
it is.
Right? I love my wife. I believed in love at first sight. When I first met my wife, I thought I was gonna marry her, but I didn't know what love was at first sight was until the first time I saw my daughter. She could have been the Antichrist.
Yeah.
But the moment she was born, I felt love run through me. And that's how I knew what love, you could actually have love at first sight. Because here's this little Antichrist being born. And I love her regardless. Right. But also my wife going through that for us.
Yeah.
Right. There's a different love. So like carrying that type of love and that type of protection, I want to protect her. Yeah. This woman just brought me, and now part of protection is paying the bills.
Facts. Now, hold on. Let's.
I'll get to the whole story.
I know, but so on the field, you was experiencing, I just had a daughter. Mm-hmm. A nigga bull rushing me.
My neck break.
Your neck is breaking. You gotta go home to this.
I can't pay for this. Yeah.
And you know who take care of you when you get hurt?
Of course.
Yep.
Your wife.
Of course.
My ribs was broken.
Broken ribs.
Broken ribs.
Breathing
out of bed. You know who had to help me out of bed? My wife.
Yeah.
So anytime I think about somewhere I played, I say we played. Because she's my teammate.
Yeah.
She's the only teammate that played on every team with me.
So she choked this nigga too.
I choked her for him.
I fuck with that, dog.
I choked him. I choked him for my wife.
So how did you get to the choke?
Okay, so I tell coach, hey coach, I need you to do something about this. Because if you don't do something about this, I'm going to have to do something about this. And if I have to do something about this, I swear to God, If Moses had to part the Red Sea, y'all don't want to see why I'm gonna have to part out here on this gridiron.
Yeah.
So the next day, Coach, guys are working hard. We'll say something. The next day I wake up, it's 4:30. I'm already to bed, you know what I'm saying, just thinking about the day. Shower. I'm washing myself hard. Nigga, I go in there. Why? I never understood, nigga. This was the first time I woke up and chose violence.
How do you, nigga, explain how you wash yourself hard.
Nigga, you take the soap, nigga.
Nah, yeah, that stone that you use for your
when the nigga try to get the DNA off himself, nigga, I'm trying to wash the devil off.
Yeah.
Because I know the devil's on my back the moment I wake up. I couldn't get him off, nigga. There wasn't enough Olay in the world for me to get the devil off my back.
Yeah.
I drive hard, nigga.
You had it on your mind, bro.
On my mind.
Yes. I've been there before.
I get in the car. I'm in the Bentley. GT Continental.
Wait, hold on. You didn't have to do that.
He flexed
like,
on us real quick. But
that's a beautiful thing. He's painting the picture.
We are in not American vehicles. Right. We are not in Bentleys. Like, you know what I'm saying?
After I retired, I had to get rid of the Bentley. I couldn't afford it no more.
But still, we're not in Bentleys.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just letting you know. It's not a car that you drive hard. Yeah. That's a car you relax to and you listen to Rick Ross, old Rick Ross.
That's real talk.
Not the new Rick Ross. No, he tap dancing on the internet. I can't listen to his music no more. Yeah. You're just goofy now.
You was hard. You was ready to go.
But I'm not speeding.
Your fist is real strong right now, too. Relax. Your fist real strong.
And I wear leather gloves when I would drive the Porsche.
Oh, my God, bro. He had driving gloves?
Yeah, come on.
This nigga was a performance racer.
You don't have driving gloves?
Absolutely not.
American
I don't even have a car right now.
So, at this time, bro, the leather gloves on, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, you get over there. That's how hard I'm holding the driving wheel.
Yeah.
You know, I like the leather gloves.
White knuckling.
100%. But I'm going the speed limit.
Yeah.
That's not white knuckling there.
My hands is tight, bro. I'm still driving.
Man,
you got two hands on the wheel?
I think people who drive on two hands on the wheel don't have a...
You coming from Valparaiso. Where'd you live in Chicago?
In the school zone. I'm coming from Long Grove.
You come from Long Grove. Okay. All right, I got you.
They got the Apple Festival.
I know exactly where you at. Okay.
Oh, my God.
It's about a 7.5 mile ride. I'm trying to calm myself down.
What music you listening to?
DMX. It's 5:15 in the morning, and I'm listening to Damien. He was going to choke him regardless.
Buddy could have came in and apologized. He was going to choke him out.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm listening to DMX, and you, who did I just say? John Williams, Erica. I chose violence. I'm listening to DMX first thing in the morning. Rough Riders. It's dark and hell is hot.
Yeah. Nah,
it was still dark outside and hell was still hot when I was driving to work this day.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm making my way down the.
Yeah.
Bro, I get in and punch my code in the door.
Yeah.
I get there, it's about 5:30.
Yeah.
5:30, the first three people in the locker room was usually Matt Forte, Brandon Marshall, and myself.
Okay.
Us three are usually in there. Brandon likes to pray for you in the morning. He tried to pray for me. Not today, nigga. No, nigga, keep your God over there. Don't pray for me today. Brandon tried to pray for you every morning in the hotel. Hey, let's say a group prayer. Nah, y'all got it. I'm in the steam room listening to them praying, but nigga, the last prayer I heard was DMX's. Nigga, I stretch, nigga. I'm stretching hard. I'll just let you know. So then, breakfast, pancakes. About to break the plate, nigga. I'm chewing hard.
Bro, you wildin', bro.
So, bro, by the time we get to meetings, bro, the whole time, I'm in there like Arthur. The whole time, my hands like this, nigga.
Yeah.
Bro, you're sweating right now.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Why are you doing this?
Because I'm funny. So, Brandon tries to pray for me in the morning. I don't know if he saw the demon on my back.
We need to call Brandon, bro. Like, we need to hear this from him.
Brandon will tell you. Brandon will pray for you every morning. Like we'll get in there, he'll be reading, I'll be reading. He'll share scripture. I ain't reading the Bible in the morning. I'm reading Booker T. Washington, Up from Slavery.
This is the greatest story
Up from
ever.
Slavery is actually good.
He still ain't choked the nigga though.
Nah,
he still hasn't choked him.
I haven't got to practice. I'm just painting the whole day. So I remember this. I'm just painting the whole day for you. So this might not be how LeBron felt.
Yeah.
No, real talk.
No,
LeBron, that was Stewart.
I know I'm gonna see this nigga tonight.
I know. I was like, this nigga gonna bull rush today. Mm-hmm. The night before, I'm watching Akira Kurosawa films, samurai movies. Gosh. Right? I'm watching
Subtitles.
Yeah, I don't know Japanese. But I think it's a beautiful language to listen to people speak in the background. So I get there. We get in meetings. I ain't even paying attention. I'm in my own world.
These position meetings, though.
Position meetings.
Okay.
So I had to coach myself half the time I was there, but that's a whole nother story. So then we go out, by the time I put my pads, people, they play music around you and stuff. I made niggas turn the music off. I just want to hear my demons. Turn that shit off.
You had it on your mind, bro.
So I get outside. We doing one-on-ones. I ain't even stretch. I didn't have to stretch today because I was so ready for the day. I just watch everybody else stretch.
One-on-ones are the most dangerous thing on the field.
So we get into team run and run and play action. Nigga, bull rushes. Oh yeah, nigga. I've been thinking about all the different ways to fuck you up. To fuck you up, nigga, since last night. Wow. Since yesterday.
Yeah.
Nigga, I done thought everywhere your hands could possibly be placed on my body when you decide. I watched the tape over and over again. I know everything about you.
Yeah.
He put his hands on me. I got him off of me. Slammed him. Boom. Put my knee in his neck. He choking. And I point at the coach. I ain't worried about him. It's the coach's fault because he should have stepped in and did his job.
Yeah.
So I pointed at the coach and I said, Coach, this is your fault. This nigga choking under my knee.
Yeah.
About 250, 260 pounds, but they ain't nothing to a country nigga.
Yeah.
I had to pick up a tractor once. This nigga.
And this week's episode is brought to you by Dirty Sexy
Let me finish telling you the story, right? Then y'all could go. This will be the last thing. I'm telling you the story. So I'm choking this nigga. I point to the coach and I say, Coach, this is your fault. Now the defense is coming trying to get me off of me. I'm throwing them off. Get off me.
Yeah.
I'm in my Hulk Hogan. I'm in my Incredible Hulk phase.
Yeah.
Right? Like just, when I get angry, I cry. And you don't want to mess with a nigga who cry when
black men only cry when they're angry. There's a lot of that.
I cry when I'm happy too.
We know that.
Okay, man. Don't paint black men in this picture like we only cry.
You have to be more emotionally secure than us right now. Why you being so emotionally secure? Nigga, you just slapped a nigga. You choked him with your knee.
You know why I can slap a nigga? Because I'm emotionally secure.
Man, look, finish the story so I can say this episode is brought to you by.
No, the other time I cried was in the cruise.
All right.
When he threw his family across the gap in the thing.
That's real. Yeah, that's real.
That was a huge, powerful
emotion just came over you, right? It came over you.
He had to throw his family. He had to have faith.
You almost cried yesterday too. We sung you happy birthday in real time. You almost broke down. I saw you.
I did. I almost cried yesterday. Because love, like getting love and receiving love is something like, when it's genuine and you feel it.
I saw you.
When you let it in you, it makes you feel a certain. Sometimes we don't let love in.
We don't. That's a fact. I don't.
Right? So
I don't.
You don't.
I refuse to let love in.
You don't. When your brother presented you that trophy.
That nigga. I'm not allowed to. I'm not allowed to love on me. I don't believe in love. Don't love on me, bro.
You gotta let the people in your life water you.
Do not encourage me. Do not love on me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm a hard nigga.
Nah, because
don't do it.
Because you don't want people to see that you actually.
There are the few people in my life that get to see that.
Yeah.
They have that access.
You have a limit on it.
Everybody else, nah. It's fades.
So I choked this nigga with my knee.
Yeah.
So we right back to it.
Choke you with your knee.
The defense is jumping. I already got beef with the defense anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because my job is if we go into OTAs or training camp. Now he left when I got there.
Okay.
Lance Briggs and them was still there.
Briggs, yeah.
I feel like during OTAs or training camp, I'm the reason why you don't make the team.
That's a fact.
I study my teammates. I know if you got bad ankles. If you fix something in the offseason, I'll tell you. Oh, you got that corrected. I'm going to crash that off your list. I'm attacking my teammates. Because how we gonna get better if we're not attacking each other?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That shit.
I know everybody. I had a scouting report on everybody on our team constantly. Like, okay, man, you didn't know how to do that during training camps. I'm the worst person during training camp. because I'm watching everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep exploiting. You fix it? Okay, cool. Okay, you got that one done. He already finally cut off.
And I saw that in real time. There was a young brother at the day that we had yesterday who played tight end for Tulane, right?
Yep.
Tulane.
Yep.
All right. I tried to encourage the young brother to not talk to Marty.
Mm-hmm.
I said, hey, bro, you don't want to do this right now. He had bro in a 3-point stance for 15 minutes.
Damn.
They was going through multiple drills on concrete. That's what y'all get. Bro, concrete is not the place to...
Nah, it's not. Not at this
If you're a player,
No,
you didn't
it's
play
not.
on concrete.
No,
I did, though.
bro,
I
it's
did.
not.
Younger,
It's
though.
No, what you was doing, bro, knees on concrete.
Yeah.
Swim moves on concrete.
Yeah.
How do you get a defender off you, nigga? What do you do? You can't go up. You got to go down.
Yeah.
I said, bro, why are you coaching him so hard right now? He's a D1 athlete. What are you doing?
My whole job is if I see somebody trying to get better, I'm gonna try to help you get better.
Yeah.
So this happens. I choke the nigga, and then the coach is like, he's like, well, my knee choked it. I didn't use my hands.
That's fair.
Yeah, my knee was there. I was just there. I forgot he was under me. You know what I'm saying?
You was zoned out on the wake up.
Yeah. I was happy when I left work. So then it was like, this was like 15 minutes into practice. And then coach was like, get out of here. I was like, nigga, I was going to leave after this anyway.
And this week's episode is brought to you by Dirty, Sexy, Funny.
But the last part of this.
No, let me finish the ad.
So the coach.
Are you going to allow us to get paid or not?
Yeah, dirty, sexy, funny. This is a dirty, sexy, funny story, right? Like, this is a dirty, sexy, funny story. So I leave and the coach text messages me.
Oh, shit.
Right? First of all, nigga, call me.
You still angry at this point?
Nah, he got it out.
I was getting ice cream at this point. I was rewarding myself.
Gummy bears. With the marble slab had a blast.
Nigga, straight vanilla, nigga. Straight vanilla with a couple sprinkles of joy on top of that shit. Double scoop, nigga, with the cone. Now, you can't have cones if it's two men together.
All right.
We can't both be walking looking at ice cream cones.
I'll give you that.
Okay, now let's see. Okay, I just want to make sure.
One person got to have a spoon.
Yeah, for sure.
One person got to have a spoon.
You gotta get the bowl. You gotta get the waffle bowl.
Because he likes sausage on the sticks at the rodeo.
I don't never eat sausage off a stick. That's beneath me.
We found out that he wanted multiple sausages on. He was holding two of them at one time, going like this at the rodeo. That's insane, Robert. He said it. He said he tried to sneak it too.
No, I'd rather break the sausage off the stick.
No, he was eating the sausage like this, like twice. I've never seen this brother do that.
So,
You didn't see it?
Yeah. But man stuff too. Like, I only go to the last stall in the bathroom because I have time. If someone walked past other 5 stalls to get next to me, I know some beef is coming up.
Why are you ain't no beef in the bathroom?
I like
because
that though.
that's the best. Nigga, you
like
watch
that.
Jason Bourne, nigga. That's why all the violence happened in the bathroom.
Can I do the ad? Can I do the ad?
Oh wait, let me tell you the last. So Coach texted me. Yeah, you can do. I just did the ad. This episode is brought to you by Dirty, Sexy, Funny Wine. It's right here.
No, it's not the wine. It's the comedy group.
Oh, so they also got wine, which is funny. Like, it's funny that comedy niggas want to get you drunk before they tell you jokes. So Dirty, Sexy, Funny Comedy. We got our first comedy show coming up March 20th. So make sure you can at the Hive, live at the Hive.
Tickets are available now.
Tickets are available now. Make sure you tune in. Come in if you want to laugh, like you've been laughing all day. This is a perfect place to do it.
Yep.
I won't be there telling jokes. There'll be some other funny niggas.
Right here. Right here. Billy Sorrell. Billy Sorrell. Go ahead and grab the bottle. Tell him what's going on.
Yeah. So now, I don't participate in the devil's fruit.
No, devil's sweet nectar. Nectar.
This is sweet nectar.
Sweet nectar.
Nectar comes from fruit.
Nectar comes from fruit. Correct.
Okay, no, it's not the bee nectar.
No, B is different.
Okay, so this is sweet nectar. I usually charge niggas for shit like this. Right, but I'm gonna let my niggas slide.
Nah, put it up. Put it up.
Nah, give me. I just let you know this is
like the bottle right now.
100%. 100%. You know what I'm saying? So Billy Sorrell is the nigga who made this wine. He slapped niggas too, but he usually slaps them with jokes.
That's hard.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that.
That's hard.
So the coaches text me. And he was like, blah, 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 blah. Then he was like, well, then I go back, hey, coach, it's your fault, blah, blah, blah. I'm really good at writing.
Yeah.
Then he's like, I don't want to get in war with you with words because I will never win. I said, I'm glad you know, my nigga. I'll see you tomorrow.
You
text him that? 100%, nigga.
Yeah.
Shit, nigga, come on.
Yeah.
Nigga, I told the owner I'd break his neck.
See, I like.
They traded me the next week.
All right, so we back another week, man. I got hot seat questions. It's hot seat with Don P. I'm gonna be bringing this back every week. Might have a special guest on next week too. Since my son out of school, I got some questions for him too. So I'm gonna bring him on. But I got something for the fellas this week. All right. So first question: what's your favorite part of a woman's body?
Breasts.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Breast.
He goes like waist to hip. Waist to hip ratio. Waist to hip ratio matters a lot to me.
Ooh. Another underrated.
You already said it.
But can I give this?
Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
That little crease in the butt and the thigh meat. That little crease. That's an underrated part.
It is.
Yes.
Very much so it is.
Y'all niggas gonna make fun of me, but I will have to say intelligence.
That's not no.
I find intelligence to be like I like to have deep conversations.
We know.
The body
part.
We
body
know you
part.
the most esoteric nigga in here.
Yeah, no, body
so
part.
The body.
Yeah, body part.
Waist to hip, breast. What you got?
I would probably say waist to hip too.
Waist to hip.
That's a real nigga. Yeah. I like Miss Buttersworth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Miss Butterworth.
Bro,
See what I'm
that syrup
saying?
bottle used to get me hard.
Hard and see now they can't eat Miss Butterworth. No, now I don't have Miss Butterworth. Now my syrup is is much different now. Yeah.
Shit.
What you got, Phil?
So mine is what you just described. That little part.
crease.
Right
Oh,
there.
that little
crease.
Yeah.
That's sexy to me when a woman's sitting down. All right. Who's your favorite person to talk to in your time of need?
My wife.
My wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My girl. Yeah.
I talk to the Lord. That's the only person I got right
I
now.
would imagine the Lord is probably a woman anyway.
Yeah, probably so. Okay. All right. Serious question. How do you deal with stress?
I personally don't believe in stress.
Okay.
I just kind of think that shit happens and you got to deal with it. So I don't believe in stress.
Okay.
I'm kind of in the same boat with him, but like when I do need to find answers, I usually just be out and take a walk in nature.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Sam?
And reading sometimes.
You get stressed out, nigga. So how you deal with it?
Because he's not confrontational. Most
that's
people who's
why.
confrontational,
If you
they avoid confrontation. They bring stress.
If you really run some fades, you wouldn't be stressed out.
Everything ain't fade worthy.
It is, bro. Sometimes you gotta run fade.
That's just me. Stress. Probably just listen to some music.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, bro?
Don't listen to DMX.
No, because he gonna have me drive it.
Hell
He
no.
gonna have me doing a speed
Don't
limit,
do that.
ripping.
DMX in my top 5. DMX in my top 5 too. Just to let y'all niggas know.
Nah, DMX in mine too.
Yeah.
So me, I don't really deal with stress. I think I said this a couple episodes ago. I just, like LP said, shit's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But and my mom always taught me, hey yo, you gotta deal with it. Hold your head up high. Deal with it. If it's consequences you gotta face, or if it's something joyful, just deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't
And most of my
stress.
shit is self-inflicted. So like I'm
You really can't stress.
Mine too.
I think the one thing that causes stress the most is not taking accountability for your own
That's a
actions.
fact.
Oh man, there you
yeah,
go.
So I think
That's it, bro.
accountability
You
is like
spend a lot of time lying to yourself.
Yeah,
you can. You trick yourself a
I
lot.
mean, the only way to really maneuver is to go through it, right? And you have to, that brings. That process is the process of going through it and acceptance.
Yep.
I think acceptance is another thing. Just accept where you are at that moment and deal with it and move on from it.
I accepted I was a cheater. I've been better since I've accepted that.
Wait.
Nah, that's real shit.
But why get in a relationship if you're a cheater?
That's why I don't.
But
That's why I
real
haven't.
shit.
That's why I haven't.
That's good.
Yeah, I had to go through it though.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Yeah, you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I had to go through it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's your favorite
Or do
TV?
you just need a different relationship model?
No, cause she was good.
No, I get that.
Okay.
But if you could have a different relationship model, you wouldn't have to cheat.
That's true, too.
Different model. Yes.
So what do you mean by model?
A different circumstance of a relationship.
So not the traditional.
Yeah, maybe you don't have to be monogamous.
Yeah.
Maybe you
But-
prefer.
Okay,
I ain't gonna
so
lie to you.
I like what
Even
this
though-
You gonna be like Neo?
Nah, Neo's a wild. No, Neo's he's extreme.
Yeah, Neo got it
Neo's
popping.
extreme.
Yeah, Neo got it popping.
Yeah, Neo is doing some shit that the Lord didn't make.
He might be a sex addict.
I feel like this. I think it's unfair to, because I think this is what I think about sex, right? I think every time you have sex with a woman, you leave a part of yourself with them.
Without question.
So by the time you do find someone, you only have 20% of yourself to give to them because you left a part of yourself with every single woman that you have slept with. Why does so many women deserve such a deep spiritual part of you to leave yourself with them?
This nigga deep, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
That's a different lens on that.
Yeah, that lens.
Well, I'll counter that some.
Okay.
Because at the same time, they're exchanging as well. So it's a mutual exchange.
But this nigga smooth. He might be talking to me. He might be saying what they need to be heard so that he can have the exchange that he wants to have.
But if he's being honest, though, then he could set up his environment where he doesn't have to be a cheater.
It is 100%.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
but that's what I'm learning now. That's what I'm learning.
Like you can communicate in a way where you don't have to be a cheater.
And see, that's the way that in college I moved that way because I had teammates that would tell stories like, yeah, you know, they got a girlfriend back home or whatever, and they trying to deal with such and such and such and such, and you're lying to them. I'm like, why are you lying? Like, just tell them you got a girl back home.
I think
because if you move in that way, you're being honest. You don't take the power of choice away from the woman, and I think that's important.
Women, you'll be surprised what women, because I think what happens with men, oftentimes we don't know, or out of fear of losing our women, we don't know what they will go for. So we're often willing to lie, willing to do shit behind the scenes when. If you're comfortable, like if you really know you want to, just talk about it.
Well, I also think that if you are afraid of losing a woman, then you wouldn't be doing all the things that lose a woman.
There you
Cheating.
go. Yeah.
Right, but I would say too, I think that the other thing I would say just about like relationships wise, I think that a lot of men don't value themselves. Like they just want to give themselves to as much as power because they really want to conquer women.
That's real.
Right? They just want to conquer like this moment of like, oh, I had her. Nigga, I'm the best in the world. When really it's none of their fault. It's your fault that you have a poor relationship with yourself, right? And this idea of like everyone deserves you. I don't even think everyone deserves a conversation with me.
Let me ask y'all a question real quick.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen the Nikki Giovanni clip?
I have.
Where she said, you can lie to me. You lie to your boss every day. You smile in his face. You act as if everything is okay with him. Sometimes I'm okay with you lying.
I prefer not to lie.
Okay.
But I may omit things.
Not facts. Sometimes you have to.
Yeah, that may give a
false sense of something happening when really it's nothing.
Really it's not.
So you avoid.
I avoid that. I avoid the stress. Because I don't believe in stress.
Questions that so it don't really mean anything.
How can you avoid stress if you don't believe in stress?
Because I don't have to deal with something that I don't want to.
Yeah.
So it may not be stressful for me, but it could be stressful for my partner.
But I also think that it's
right.
I think that sometimes like you got to think about this too. It's about someone loving you deeply and the way that they feel about you, and then there's someone else out in this world that has something on them. Right, that they don't understand. So now she has to go in this world thinking this, but she might end up in a room with all these women who have been with you or have a piece of you with her.
No, I agree with that, but not if you have had those conversations though.
That's deep.
Like I think what men do often is we don't think women can handle.
We think
what we are as men.
You think for them.
We think for, but we're supposed to a degree.
But it ain't coming from a sense of I'm thinking for you to protect you. It's coming from a sense of I'm thinking for you because if the roles were reversed, I would not.
You couldn't handle it.
I couldn't handle it.
I like that.
So it's almost.
So if you can't handle it, why put them through it?
But it's almost a projection.
Yeah, because it is a projection.
Because we're greedy niggas and we want to do what we want to do at some point. You feel what I'm saying? Until you mature or you've gone through some things.
And that's unfortunate.
That mature you.
That's unfortunate.
You feel what I'm saying? So
I got you.
I just feel like
coming from a place of projection to where we feel like, oh, because I couldn't handle that, she couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
I can handle anything.
But if you can't handle it, then why put her through the situation of possibly having to handle it?
I can handle anything.
But I also feel like if you have sex with someone, you got to be okay with them possibly having your baby.
Without question. Unless you got a vasectomy.
Facts. Okay, let me get to the next one, okay? Because that was good. Because I didn't know y'all was gonna get deep into that. Was a good question. I'm gonna put a star by that hoe. That was good.
I'll ask that one later.
Yeah. Okay. Have you experienced pure joy?
When I had my daughters.
Okay. When you had your daughters.
And I delivered my second daughter.
I'm gonna tell you the moment that I had it because
no, I delivered her because it was COVID.
Oh, okay.
It was just me and a traveling nurse in the hospital. I scrubbed up.
Oh man,
and I had to deliver my second daughter.
That's
real quick to me. The joy. What did your body feel? How was it? Like, what did you feel?
Well, I'm not really emotional.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
So, but it was a blessing that she was alive after I pulled her out.
Okay.
When the shoulders made the way through the canal.
Yeah.
I was like, I did this shit.
Wow.
And I've done a lot of stuff in my life.
Yeah.
Nothing more important
and
than
it was joy.
Yeah. Nothing more important than that.
Okay. What about you, Marty?
Honestly, I'm just a really joyous person.
This nigga likes to play.
Okay.
Like joy is something that I feel like joy. I think joy and happiness is different.
That's fair.
I think happiness is fleeting. Like you could find happiness here, you happy here, then you sad,
and you could choose it.
You could choose happiness. I think joy is an internal expression of yourself that can always lie within you.
Wow.
In your spirit. I have a joyous spirit. I'm a joyful person, so I feel like I bring joy into the room when I walk into the room. I think joy is something that is not hard for me to find.
Okay. What about you, Sid?
And I agree. I think I bring joy to other people, but for things that brought me joy, one, playing basketball brought me joy.
Wow.
Like I'm able to be competitive. I'm able to be a good teammate. I'm able to lead people.
Man, shit.
You know what I'm saying? It embodies all of that. But the most important moment when I felt joy was when my first daughter, Mackenzie, was born. You know, you don't, and I always say this, we don't become fathers until the kid is here. Where mothers, upon conception, you're a mother. You know what I'm saying? You have to take care of your body in order to take care of the child. But the moment that her mom was asleep and I was holding my daughter by myself, and like all of the thoughts of like everything that I have to do for her came to me.
You're joyful.
It brought me so much joy.
Wow.
It's like I get to do this.
You cried, didn't you?
I absolutely
You didn't cry?
Absolutely not.
cried.
I didn't cry since 1991.
That was the first time that I cried. With the whole
y'all
thing.
niggas need to let it out.
I haven't cried since 91.
Let it cry.
I didn't cry when I found out she was pregnant. I didn't cry when she was born. But when I held her and really thought about
when was the last time you cried?
Responsibility, yeah.
Shit, probably a couple of days ago.
When was the last time you cried?
Shit. Probably like a month ago.
When his daughter was born? But the one thing I would say that you kind of said about basketball, and I think this is something that men have to learn how to do in their household, is like how to make a joyous household. Surrounding yourself in the things that bring everyone in your family joy. Like,
so what are some things that you do to like bring the entire household?
So I'm in charge of my family's imagination. So like for me, it's the movies, it's the play, it's the games, it's the baby. Let's go to the movies. I'm that person. My
it comes easy for you though, because that's just who you are.
Yeah. I also love books.
Okay.
So being surrounded by books or reading a good book, that brings me joy. Like educating myself is like something I get joy out of, like reading a book and learning something new. Like learning is something I try to do, read as much as possible. But like in my household, like I've been baking cakes lately. But the only, because my wife I used to be able to cook, but I kind of lost my cooking skills.
Right.
One is hard to maneuver the kitchen because I don't know where shit is. Because it's my wife's kitchen.
Yes,
right?
that's real.
Like
That's
I'm
right,
like,
that's
damn,
real.
so I get frustrated cooking because I can't find the pot.
That's
So
right.
everything is slower than I needed to be, and my wife gets me out the kitchen. But lately, her and my daughter been asking me to bake cakes.
Okay.
And it's a chance for me to cook something for my wife.
Yeah.
So watching them eat the cake.
All right, what's the favorite cake? What is it?
Bro, they just want me to go do the Betty Crockers.
Okay.
You ain't doing from scratch?
Shit, I could, but they like the Betty Crocker.
Yeah.
Like that's the certain cake they like they laugh at me because I'm like, oh, it takes 27 minutes. You got to put it. They're like, why 27? But they'll go by. I'll come home and there'll be cake shit waiting for me. So I'm like, I guess y'all want me to bake a cake. At one point, I was baking a cake a week.
That's dope.
But those type of things, like trying to do something, like my family brings me so much joy.
When was the last time you baked the cake?
Nah, I ain't bake no cake, but I'll tell you joy. I'll tell you about joy. I'll tell you about joy. So I've experienced it twice. That's why I presented this question. Within 6 months, I've experienced it twice. Once, both with my son. My son was making A's and B's last year. This year, he's made nothing but straight A's. I was okay with him making A's and B's. I'm like, damn, that's great.
You know what type
his
of
mom,
he was.
his mom said, nah, he can make straight A's.
Nah, I respect his mom.
And
I don't play at that shit.
She said to him, she said, Carter, can't you make straight A's? And he was like, yes, ma'am. He ain't made a B since. This is the school year about to end. So I rode home that night. I was like, man, it's a beautiful thing. A lot of people out here have bad kids, and my kid is focused. Yeah. Then the next time I experienced joy, I just took him to the Rockets game.
I saw that. I saw that.
I took him to the Rockets game, man, and I kept checking on him, right, just to see like what his reaction is. Man, the feeling y'all had when y'all child was born, I had that feeling.
We ain't trying to get no tears. Go ahead to the next thing.
Make me cry, nigga.
Ain't no tears.
Go.
I got it. I'm not worried about LP. I'm not worried about it right now. I experienced joy because I asked him, I said, how you feel right now? And he said, Dad, give me a second.
Give me a second.
Nah, he meant it. He said, give me a second.
It's a lot,
He said, I can't process everything right now. This is my 10-year-old son talking to me.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, and go ahead. Which way?
Can I interrupt? Just ask y'all one question. Yeah. I know this is your hot.
You got one more question.
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah. But my thing is, the beautiful thing about right here that I like right now is I just like to think about, have a second to celebrate Black fatherhood.
Oh man.
Yeah,
man.
Right, like. You know, a lot of times in society, we get there's this abundance of this idea that Black fathers aren't present.
Shit.
But the data actually doesn't show that.
Absolutely.
It doesn't show that. That's an old narrative.
Yeah.
Black fathers and Black families are more involved in their kids' lives than ever before. So like to sit right here and talk about delivering your baby and holding your baby for the first time. You know, taking your kid.
And it's 7 of us in here. Just
every
in this
man in
room
here
alone.
has
I've seen all of y'all's kids.
You have. Yeah, we know every kid in here.
Hell yeah.
Dog.
And we celebrate our kids. We don't hide our kids. We're not Anthony Edwards.
Hell no.
Holy
Go to the next question.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Next question.
All right. This is. But why though? But why?
Welcome in.
Why?
Welcome down.
Why?
Okay. Walk the ass down.
I'm just saying though, because
He's a pro.
I know, but why? Last question. Last one.
All right.
What?
Last question is about to get a little spicy. Tell you. All right. What position do you think you made your child?
holy shit.
What?
Yeah,
What sexual position was it that you was like, you know what? That's when we made the baby.
At the courthouse. When we signed the certificate.
That was
You got married at the courthouse?
No, but I'm saying at the courthouse we
What
had to.
sexual position did you say, you know what? I think a baby is going to be made here. Or after the fact.
I never thought about this.
That's
ever in
that's
my
why
life.
it's the hot seat, motherfucker.
But if I had to guess
Yeah.
what position, it was probably missionary.
Missionary.
Because,
Oh, you a soft ass nigga.
nah, that's the one. I got too much control. The shit is overwhelming.
You be
son.
using your eyes on them hoes.
You tongue kiss, don't you?
1000%.
What? No, for sure. Okay, missionary, what you got, buddy?
I don't like to talk about my sexual life out of respect to my wife in public.
Facts. Okay.
We respect that.
No, I'm just saying, you know, that's just something
that's a
that
fact.
when,
That's
you
a
know, y'all
fact.
niggas.
What about?
I said the courthouse.
The courthouse,
When
yeah.
I showed up and signed that paperwork.
I
when was
do this
Carter?
question.
When was Carter born?
But my answer is I don't know because I was drunk. I was drunk. I'm being real. I don't know. I don't know.
So was the baby planned? Or
No,
was-
hell no.
He was
Hell
having a wild king night.
Man, I was single. I was doing my thing, man. Yeah.
See, I just said, no matter who you sleep with,
Yeah.
That's fair.
there's a possibility
might
that you
have a
can have a
kid.
baby
That's
with
right.
them.
That's
Except me.
Absolutely.
Especially if you ain't got no, self-discipline.
Because Cromartie thought the same thing.
I waited
And him
the
and his
12
wife
months.
had another
Yeah.
one.
I waited. I
Okay.
made sure that I did the 3 samples at the doctor's office Office, I am.
You follow protocol.
I'm good.
Favorite TV show of all time?
Oh, gotcha. That's a
Martin.
good one. Last one.
Martin?
Yeah. Wayans Brothers is a close second.
That's a tough one. The Office.
Oh,
The
man,
Office.
that's not okay. That's different. What you got, more? I know you probably don't watch TV.
I don't watch TV, man. I read
do watch
books,
TV.
brother.
Okay. And I'm only watching 12 Years a Slave.
Nah, I don't like movies like that. Last thing I want to watch is a nigga be a slave. Like nigga, goddamn, nigga, entertain me. I don't want to see a nigga get whipped.
I was already in the NFL. Shit.
Yeah,
So
I would say that that's a tough one because it depends. Like I got, like TV, then like animation, like genres.
Yeah.
But I would probably say either Psych or Monk.
Oh,
You like
wow.
Monk?
I
was
love Monk. Me and my wife watch
Monk
Monk
was
and
good.
Psych.
I'm surprised that you like Monk.
I love Monk. Monk is one of my favorite shows.
I like Dexter.
I ain't
Dexter's
really
another
get
good
into
one.
Dexter is a good show, but
Yeah.
Samurai Jack is a
Samurai Jack is a
I
good
love
show.
it. Like
Black Dynamite was a good animation.
yeah.
The movie's better, though.
The movie's
Yeah.
absolutely
The
better.
movie
The
is
movie,
a
he did a good
classic.
job.
The
Animation,
movie is a
The
classic.
opening of the movie is
The
ridiculous.
movie is a classic.
I hope
bro.
Michael J. White does more movies like that. Like I think that he
wanna
does a
see
good
more
job.
Black
I want it to be
exploitation
Black
movies.
Dynamite.
Nah.
I want to see more black exploitation movies like
Black
done
Dynamite
now.
had 'em,
So
bro.
Blaxploitation, the little history.
Oh
lesson.
my
Give it-
gosh,
pay
Lord, what are
homage.
we about to do right now?
Can I just give you?
Yeah,
some-
go ahead.
Camera on him.
So black filmmaking has been around since 1902, right?
Okay.
Like so like the thing about black films was there was a time where we couldn't go into movie theaters. But then the movie theaters weren't allowed. They weren't making no movies. They weren't making no money. So they started letting black people show their movies after the movie was closed. So blaxploitation
and that's where they got their money from.
yes. So black people have always saved Hollywood.
Yeah.
Right? And what happened with blaxploitation was what was really great about it was just like it was a free for all of making, like do DIY movie making. And so Pam Grier, right, was the
Foxy
first
Brown.
black woman, first woman to be on TV in that role.
Can I have a breakout real quick? Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay.
He loves soccer.
Camera on me.
He loves
Pam Grier.
Yeah.
I'll leave my family right now. Relax. Hold on. If you are willing, because you were my first love. I've talked about Pam Grier for
Yeah,
7 years on this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're 70. If you're willing to accept me as a young black man, I'm still strapping.
Is she married?
I don't care. I am strapping still.
Nah, black man trying to break the black household up.
Who knows she with a black?
Dr.
that's true.
Umar
You see what
is
I'm
not
saying?
happy right now.
But go ahead, back to it. Pam Grier, I love you.
So Pam Grier was the first like action-packed
Correct.
woman ever. Actually, there would be no Sigourney Weaver in Aliens. So they basically took the caricature of Pam Grier to make what they started doing
was
with
the first
Aliens,
action.
Salt. All those movies was because of Pam Grier.
Wow, man.
So blaxploitation to me, it was only a short period of time, like 5 years, because the NAACP didn't like the imagery that was happening of black people on the screen.
Yeah,
so they
yeah,
did
yeah.
everything else to combat it. But when they did that, people like Pam Grier lost jobs.
I didn't know that.
So that was a big part of blaxploitation. So I love blaxploitation because also the music, Curtis Mayfield, right? All the people that was doing the music was just it was just brilliant. And
Across
there was a lot of
110th Street.
trash in there too, right? Because there's just any genre though,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for
like
sure.
you allow white movie makers to make tons of trash. Right, you know what I'm saying, but then a black movie maker, you can't have that. But that was happening like that whole time of black filmmaking. To me, was impactful on my journey as a creator and a maker.
I'm actually mad you know something I don't know because I didn't know that.
Yeah,
that actually offended me
dope.
right there.
That was dope.
So
What do I need to research?
I got your books for you.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I'll read it because I'm actually mad at you right now.
Yeah, so
that offended me.
I want to say the guy was Oscar Micheaux was the first black movie director.
Oscar, I need you on the pod. Why does he know something?
This was 1902.
I don't
He was
care.
definitely not here anymore.
Posthumously, I need him on the pod. Why do you know something I don't know right now?
Well, so black filmmaking to me was this brilliance. Now I don't like the way that right now. So I have this idea of. I know you guys probably want to get out of here, but I think there's an overconsumption of the white imagination. Right, we're constantly consuming the white imagination.
Yeah.
And the black imagination has not been liberated just yet. I feel like it's the last thing in the liberation process for us as people. Right. So our filmmaking has to go through the white lens. They have to have an understanding of we don't get the freedom to make what we want to make as black people. Blaxploitation was that.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Right,
I like
so
that.
that's what I like about
Yeah.
black. It was like nobody could tell me what to put on camera. Dolomite was a genius.
And that's
Yo,
why
Dolomite was a
we
fucking
love it.
genius.
It was.
Yeah.
It was
And
for sure.
so- okay,
That's why we love
Dolomite
it.
was a genius.
So and they were making movies, and they didn't have budgets. They didn't have Hollywood behind them, but Hollywood was able to make a lot of money in this because the other thing that happened was black people loved kung fu films.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So kung fu films made it big in America because they were fighting the oppressor. Mm-hmm. So you see breakdancing and kung fu, they're almost very similar in one another. So like Bruce Lee was big in the black community too because, you know, he also would bring in black people and teach them how to do kung fu in Oakland. Mm-hmm. So Bruce Lee had a real heart of black people, and like we loved him because he also was fighting, but he also was a revolutionary for his people and the roles that he would take on the movies the same way that we would be at the same time. Mm-hmm. So Bruce Lee was huge in other ways that he was doing things as well. But like then you have Bruce Leroy, you have Barry Gordon making the movies, all these movies. But now you look at it, the film's landscape of it all as us as black people, the stories that we get to tell is always has to go through the white lens, so it's always grayer, right? We have to appease to the manufacturers of the imagination. But when we can manufacture our own imagination, that's when we have an abundance of stories that are a true reflection of who we are as people, and we don't have to get 12 years a slave.
That's crazy because basically what you're saying is that our imagination, they have to understand
100%.
Before they put it out.
100%.
And that's taken away from the cultural aspect.
And that's why we've been conditioned on like YouTube and stuff. If you really think about it, we filter ourselves for that monetization.
100%.
Wow.
Because the algorithm is white.
Yeah, it won't allow
because
you
it's
to
built by white hands. So what does the algorithm want? They want more of themselves. Yeah. So what happens is when they don't see themselves in the stories, it's not good because they don't have the imagination to imagine themselves as being a black person.
But not even just the imagination of them being a black person, but just the things that make them comfortable. The conversations that we have,
I didn't think about
the topics that we talk about.
If you really think about it, like
the fact that I can't say the N-word 5 minutes into the pod and it be monetized is because it makes them. We don't even talk about that.
I monitor that.
Yeah, we make it.
So but the programming though is real. Like if you think about it, like the way they start to gate content. Because if you want the incentives that come from your content, you got to fall in line. Advertisers won't support certain things. Now, I joke with my brother a lot about being canceled, but that's like a real thing because if you don't fall in line on a certain way, even if they don't understand what we're doing as culture, then they can take the resources away from you to allow you no longer to operate. And that's a real thing.
Wow. So that's, I know this is another piece of the thing, but I would say that too. So like, I think of it as this way of like, you know, like the term representation, right? Representation is only a thing because it has to go through white lenses.
Nah,
right?
that's
Where
crazy.
White people participated, then it's representation. If we do, it's not representation. It's just a reflection of our reality.
Nah, that's crazy.
Right? So you go from representation to a reflection of who you are as people.
So it's almost like the original, you know, manufactured Nike shoe as opposed to the rep.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Right. So the key is like he always talks to me about being canceled
all the time.
Right. But my thing is like what you have to do is like these platforms. So like a YouTube platform, I think every algorithm is racist because racist people built the algorithms. Right. I think Mark Zuckerberg is racist. Jeff Bezos is racist. Elon Musk is racist. Whoever in charge of all these.
Timestamp this to cut out the pod. Go ahead. You trying to get me canceled?
I'm just telling.
Why are you naming the names though?
But this is not your truth. This is my truth.
Fair.
Your little keynote thing, like the creativity, or like so. If you look at it, what's happening is with society through social media and everything is there's becoming a homogenous. It's very monolithic in the way that everyone acts on social media. And I also think that on social media, what's happening too is that blackness, right? Is becoming, it's not the spectrum. It's people are cosplaying as black, what they think is the most black thing.
Yeah,
my bro cooking right now.
When everything we do is black. I'm black. The fact that I like Cowboys doesn't make me any less black than you. If you want to go out there and hoop, if you like, if you go like ride horses or go to the rodeo, they don't make you less black than the other black people. But what doesn't get celebrated through the algorithm is the spectrum of blackness. This is what always has happened to us as black people, right? If you have someone who's militant, they'll make them the goofy one in the show. Like you take like Carlton, right? They'll take Carlton and they'll bring in a militant black dude, and then what will happen with those things is that Carlton will end up being the right way to be, right? So then they start whitewashing our history of our leaders and things like this. Why make a movie about the dude that betrayed Fred Hampton instead of telling Fred Hampton's story?
No,
Fred Hampton was murdered by the FBI. This nigga was to me, he was one of the ones that was going to really change the world. And it was in America, the most dangerous thing to America by the FBI one time was the black man. But he was doing what was called the Rainbow Coalition. Right, he was getting people to realize because if I'm being oppressed, you're being oppressed, we're being oppressed. That's the worst thing that we could possibly do is come together with a mission and a direction. Yeah. Now, when you see activism and going on in the world, most people are only active because they want to be on social. There's no real true leadership in activism or what people want to get out of it. So part of activism is the media, the stories we tell, the books we read. At one point in time, only 7% of children's books were kids of color. And then 5% of those books were about self-love. I ain't never met a young black kid who didn't love themselves.
That's a fact.
Come on, man.
But those are the stories that we continue to feed them and perpetuate into society when it's like, no, we can write about black joy. We can write about the imagination. You got to watch these shows. A young black kid, I know I say this a lot of times, you got to watch Harry Potter and try to imagine yourself being black in that world.
Come on,
they didn't let you in that world. You got to watch this other show and try to find a way to be black in these worlds. Yeah. We do that because when you're oppressed, you have to be born with a lot of imagination, because to be born black in America is to be born in a society in which you have to redesign so that you could exist freely.
Man,
we don't.
That's fire,
that's the end of the show. Because that's real. So look, this episode is brought to you by the Hive. So the stuff he's talking about, all that collective economy, bringing people together, supporting your community, we are doing that in real time. You have seen it with the people who are in the building, the stuff that we've been working on. There's things that we're going to be doing together with him, things that we're doing together with people who are here right now that we support and that support us. And that's what's really important. So the Hive is a place where you can come, gather, and at the same time also create at a high level.
Yes,
because that's really what matters. Yeah. We don't want you to feel like that you're in a space where you got to settle for less.
That's right.
And that's really what's important.
Yeah. Because people see black owned and they think less than.
Correct.
Oh, no.
Correct. You're not less than.
Yeah,
not less
than. The best here.
Yeah, this is why I'm here, is because I believe in you.
Man, I appreciate that.
I met you. Yeah. I told my wife, I was like, man, I really like LP.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't say that to my wife very often.
Right.
Like, I meet niggas, I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
But I actually like LP as a person, as a human being. But I also like the way he's leading production, the way that he's thinking, the way that he's like bringing people together to create. That's something I want to be a part of, and that's why I just pull up on y'all on a Sunday, because I actually like the people.
And it's a fact. He told me yesterday, nigga, I'm coming. You don't make a choice.
Hey man, you got somebody tomorrow? I'm coming by. You know what I'm saying?
And we appreciate that. Like I'm telling you, we really do, man. Like you're a value to us the same way I hope we can be a value to you.
Yeah, I definitely came here to extract some of your goods too.
I know. And he does that.
Hey, let me get these photos. But I didn't know. Just send me hit me. I'll tag you. I'm all about promoting everybody that's doing everything.
He really is.
I believe in the black imagination.
That's what's up.
And I believe in spaces that, I mean, this space is for everybody, not just black people. White people, you could come here and create
without
too.
question.
Yeah,
anybody could come here and create. But that's the other thing that happens when something is black owned. White people don't feel like it's comfortable for them to go out there and do business.
I make them comfortable.
It's very comfortable.
I make them comfortable.
Yeah. But you're from Oklahoma. You learn how to do that.
This episode 338 of the Pour Horsemen.
339.
My bad. 339. Shout out Marty. Marty, we out, man. We out, man.